Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm going to start a new journal today. So we are going to be using some paper from After Midnight. I've used paper of hers before. She's asked me to do sort of like a guest design team sort of thing for her, and she wanted me to use this Autumn Vibes junk journal kit, and there's two of them, so one's like the add-on and one is the main body of the kit. And it's After Midnight design, and she is on Etsy, and I'll have a link in the description box below, but I just want to make sure I'm telling you guys. Alright, so most everything that I have here cut out, and I didn't leave it in full sheets of paper to show you just because you know, it was a lot to cut out, so I just wanted to make sure that I got that done. So I have some of the pages that I'm going to use in the journal, and you can see they are really nice, like watercolor fall type images. And that's the main kit I'm using as hers, but there's also, you know, some of mine and some tailor-made journals wallpaper and stuff like that, because that's, you know, kind of the way I always do it. So this one's hers. So yeah, just really pretty, like mushrooms and leaves and pumpkins and all that type of thing. That one, and then this is a collage page she did that's in there, and that's really cool looking. So that gives you a good example of, you know, the designs and the colors and stuff that are in there. So I've gotten the signature together. It's going to be a one signature journal for fall, and so I wanted to start working on the cover. So I have a piece of junk mail here, and this measures exactly 9 by 6, so this is going to go right on the cover of the journal. I can't decide whether I should trim it down a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, because I always worry when it's the exact size that it might be hard, you know, to get those edges so they don't get caught when you're opening and closing it and that. And then on the spine, of course, the opening and closing. So I'm just going to trim off like probably about 1/4 of an inch or so. I mean, I'm not, so it'll be like 1/8 all the way around. It's not very much, it's just like this much. Just don't think it'll work to be exactly that size. Okay, so that's what I trimmed, top and side, and that's it. That's all I'm going to trim. I just really want to be able to make sure it can be glued down really well and not catch at all. So what I was thinking, there are loads of tags and like journaling cards like this, and pockets, and just these kind of tags. So you can see there's lots of stuff. These pockets, and then there's these kind of pockets. So there's lots of stuff in this. And then there's these really long pocket envelopes and some more other kind of journaling cards that are very pretty, and some circles and ticket type things. And then, of course, tabs, and that one was just a plain one that I cut out, but there's the design ones as well, which you saw in the beginning. So I'm going to set these off to the side, and I'm going to set that over there. I've already cut out some things that I think I want to use. I don't know exactly how we're going to end up setting this up, but the first thing I need to do is cover this. So I'm going to use straw paper, because I know straw paper is nice and thick, and you won't be able to see anything through it. I worry that sometimes with the printed pages that you might be able to see it. I was hoping it would go that way, but it won't. So we're just going to glue this on to this, because I want to make sure I get it good and covered. And I just realized my address is on the back of that. Let me see, do I have a sticky? I mean, in the end it will be on the journal, but glued down to the journal, so it won't matter. But let's see if we can just get it covered, because I know I'll have to flip this over, right? Alright. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I think this is going to be kind of a fun little journal to make. I love fall, as I've said lots of times, and so this is fun to have a whole kit that's all fall stuff. But you know, with the mushrooms and stuff, I think you could use it a lot of other times as well. It's just sort of a fun late summer, fall type thing. Just want to make sure I get this covered really well. Oh, of course that comes off. Very helpful. Oh my goodness. I have more glue on my fingers, I think, than on the sticky note, so it doesn't want to stick to the card, it wants to stick to my fingers. Alright, so let's see if we can match this up here a little bit. And I'll get that down. And then I'll trim around it. So yeah, hope you guys are well and that everything's going good. I know, you know, the fires aren't great, that's for sure, because our air quality is horrendous, and you know, we live not in the same state as the fires, but basically it's all over the West Coast, so it's just unfortunate that they don't, for whatever reason, well, I mean, I know the reasons, but if they clean up the forest a bit, I think that they would have better luck instead of having fires every year. Because I know when I was a kid and they would clean up the forest, the fires were not nearly as bad. And I know, you know, there's been drought and stuff, but yeah, it's just sad, because all those people that lose their homes and their lives, it's a lot of people. Just seems like with as many people as we have on this planet, we can't, you know, not do some things. I know that makes people mad, but it's just unfortunate. Okay, so I thought it would be good to like put some of these envelopes that are in her kit on here, but I think what I might do is cut them down just a tiny bit here so that it's easier to get stuff in and out. And first I want to do, kind of just thinking out loud on that, sorry. You're like, oh, okay. I want to do these pockets on this part first, so let me get a scoreboard. I scored other stuff and forgot to score those. So anyway. Alright, and I'm always kind of challenged at these sort of things here. I can never figure out exactly which one it's on, and I know it would help if I would use the numbers. I think that's the one it's on. I think it's this one. There we go. It's hard when you can't push it up against the surface, you know, up here, because it's just really not, it doesn't have a flat spot, so it's just tricky to get it lined up perfectly on there. And this helps a little because it's on a flat surface, or hitting that flat flap. But you know, that flap is probably not perfectly flat either, so just trying to get an idea if that's the right one. So yeah, hope everybody's healthy. And I am so sorry to those people who are dealing with another hurricane. I always feel bad for you guys every year, because I just, we luckily don't have that problem. We just have the whole fire situation. Luckily our state, we have a couple of fires burning too, but they've got them under control, luckily, so that helps. But still, the smoke is no bueno. They let my kids, or my son, have band practice last night, but then they had to call it off in the middle because of the air quality. Like, it was just a few points from being what they consider hazardous or whatever, however they score that. And but then, as you know, they were practicing, it got worse, so, which it does. And they had to cancel that, but I know, I mean, here is nothing compared to what it is in Oregon and California. I mean, they can't do anything because the air is so bad. Okay, do this one. I like this one with this wreath design on it. It's cute. Ah. Thank you guys so much for all your support yesterday with my my crazy little drawings. I really enjoyed making those. They were very fun to do. And I never know, you know, when you put stuff like that out, you don't know how people are going to receive it, if they're going to be like, oh my gosh, these are ridiculous. But a lot of you commented that you liked them, and it was really nice of you, so thank you. I mean, you're kind of always putting yourself out there with, you know, designing the kits and whatever anyway, but then when it's your own artwork, drawings, or whatever, it's a little bit more anxiety producing, in my opinion. Because I tend to nitpick every little, you know, thing that I see wrong with them. So I think we all kind of do that to an extent. I think I want some notches in those, like thumb notches. So go ahead and put some in. Hopefully this will be turn out the way I have it in my mind. We'll see. Oh, I should have put this one on there too. Done them both at the same time. So I get them in the same spot, so if I'm crooked, at least I'm doubly crooked instead of just one of them being crooked. If that makes sense. Not really, but I think it looks better if they're both the same. Oh, see, I got a little bit of edge of the other one, and now it doesn't want to cut these. This thing is cuckoo. Alright. Those. I just always wonder what to do when I have all this many pockets and things. I mean, I know you use them throughout the journal, excuse me, sorry. But it just, there's a lot, so I was trying to think of ways to use the envelopes and pockets, and I'm not always good about using the envelopes in kits, and I don't know why. I just always make it more difficult on myself and make more stuff instead of using what's in the kit. So on this one I was like, I'm going to use these because there's so many pockets and things. Tags and whatnot. These ones I'll have to make tags for. Those tags, those tall ones don't fit. They're too wide to go in these. So I'll have to make some other pockets for those, but that's okay. And then this side slanted pocket. Okay, maybe I should ink around this too a little bit. So this will go directly on top of the journal cover, and it's going to be kind of like that the bee journal I did with the envelope pocket top thing. It's just going to be a little different because there will be a couple, maybe one or two junk mail envelopes as well, but mostly it's going to be these pockets and envelopes and things that she provides in her digi. So I want this one here, I think, roughly, maybe down just a little. Just because, you know, I don't want the tag to be sticking all the way out the top. I mean, a little is fine, but one here. I might have to put a little more of a design something on these. And then this one I wanted down here. So I'm going to bring this one up a little bit more. Something kind of like that, so we just have pockets, all over. Okay. I don't know, I might add like a little cluster up there at the top or something, but for now, let's get these down. Already got ink everywhere. Good job, me. Okay. So I want to figure out exactly where I want this one. And this one, because I don't want it to cut off that wreath. Just scoot it up just a tiny bit. And then I think I will get the glue on this side. So I'll lose my spot. So this will just be kind of a fun little thing with all kinds of goodies in it to write on. I really want to press that down there to make sure it doesn't end up with a big old weird gap. It stays flat. These are very pretty. I really love these sort of watercolory images. They're great. And I'm going to cut this a little bit more. I don't want those flaps overlapping too much. Just adds, bulk that we don't ever want. I like to go this way. It's still overlapping a little bit. It's not as bad. Let's do this one just a little bit more. Still. There we go, that's better. This one just a little. Okay. I think I got them all now, hopefully. And then we just found out that Big Ten football is going to happen, so I'm excited because maybe my daughter's band will get to play, a game or two. Maybe, I don't know. They might end up just doing it like televised or something and not want any more people than the football players. I don't really know how they're going to do it, but we shall see how they decide. I'm just glad they're going to do something, because that's rough on those kids that worked their whole high school career, trying to get, so they could be on one of those teams, and then to not get to play. That's a big, huge bummer. And I mean, we all get it because of you got to do what you got to do, but it's just hard on them. And our high school's been playing, and it's been fine. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it causes more or not. We shall see. Kind of want a ticket down here, maybe. And then this feels like it needs something on it. I mean, I know there'll be tags and such, but that might help if I put tags in places. These were tricky to cut out because they're white at the top. This top part and the paper I printed them on was white. obviously, and whoa, they were hard to cut. So maybe I just a little something there. I don't need a lot. And that does cover that, but I think it's fine because once you take it off, you can see it. And I'll have to make tags for the other pockets. I could put some of these smaller tags in there. Like these ones. There's just a slew, so there's very many to choose from. That one's cute with them all in the basket. Oh, and I like the mushrooms. That one would be good because you could see all that coming up. Where are those other ones? Oh, this one has the leaves. Could do a couple of them, really. Yeah, I'll probably do a couple in there. I need to back those because I didn't do that yet. But let's get this. I like this up there. I know that for sure. And I cannot cut a circle. I'm going to tell you right now, and I don't have a punch big enough for that particular circle. So some of those are a little janky, but I guess that's just what it is. Just is what it is. Lace maybe? I have scraps from that other. The last journal. If I could hang on to anything, it'd be great. My hands have been not wanting to work lately, and I think it's just the, I kind of want something down there too. The repetition, you know, of what we do. This is just off of the strip of the fabric. I can't remember what it's called, but it has the numbers. Those are kind of fun to just like add places. Let's see. These red sort of roses are pretty. Give it a little pop of color. Save that piece. You know, something kind of like that. And then up at the top, let's see what else I've got in here. Got all kinds of crazy stuff. Ooh, this red kind of lace would be pretty up there as well. And then maybe a little piece of that kind of burlappy type stuff. Again, this is Vintage Polka Dot Shop. That's where I got this. And I'm sure if you watch Gail, y'all know about it. I feel like it needs like a little bit of green, more green in that little cluster. The salvage edge, that's the word I was looking for, right? Is that what it's called? That's how much I know about fabric. Not much. This is from my friend Allie. This is Sorry Silk. I think I just want a bit. Just a little bit. actually going to just staple that with my tiny attacher. Actually, I keep saying actually. I don't know why, so don't ask me. Because I'm a dingbat, maybe. There's this. Okay, let's get that glued down. I like that one. So that's how easy it is to make a cluster. You just find a bunch of fabrics you like and go for it. Just adds a little something to that little corner where there wasn't anything. And I think I'll put that like so. I don't know if I want this one quite. I don't want anything impeding the side because we're going to have those envelopes wrapped around there opening and closing, and I don't want it to be like a bulk or something that's going to be a problem. The top's not as important, but, well, I might do one off the top too. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Okay. Just gonna kind of, not that worried because I know that the lace will get glue, but just do like that. Turned it kind of the wrong way. Turn it, no, it's not turning. That is one thing about that art glitter glue. It like, when it's down, it's down. Just know that. Just want the top part to be stuck down a little better. Okay, I think that'll work. Alright, I like it. So there's that much, and then we need to do our other envelopes and things. Some of them I'll have to put on with, I'm going to take these out right now. I won't worry about what's in the pockets at the moment. And I may add something here too, I just don't know what yet. So our envelopes will go, you know, on here like this. I'm trying to decide if I want and I'm going around the back is how I'm going to attach the envelopes. I have a straw paper one that I might want up at the top so that it flips up. And then I'm going to use some of these. These I'll have to hinge, you know, like put a hinge on because they don't have one. But like on this one, but I guess I don't want everything on this side. I'm trying to think how I want this. Do I want it this way? Looking at. See, these are cool because they're good on both sides. Like both sides have a design, so that's fun. Oh, this one I cut the flap off of. That's right. So this one I could hinge like just to the top of that. I feel like everything's kind of high up. I guess not. But I think I need a long envelope. So that's probably where my business envelope is going to come in. Which, what did I do? So I need to cover that, and I have one of my window covers that I showed you guys yesterday, but we will only be using one side of it, so it needs to be cut down a little bit. But I want it to be a pocket, so I am going to cut off the bottom and just glue it again, because I don't want any more cut off of there. So let's cut it at almost 9, not quite 9, like 8 3/4. I know you can't see, but that's all I'm doing is cutting it at 8 3/4. And the width of it is fine. So let's get this covered, and then I know I keep going back and forth, but it's always interesting trying to decide how you want to do some of these things. So I just am using the lace sort of neutral one of these that I showed you yesterday, and I'll be adding some of the other stuff from this kit to it. What did I do with my tear ruler? Okay, so the first thing, if I tear, I really can't tear any off this edge over here, or it won't be the right size, and I need to pull it up higher. So I think I'll put glue on the front of the envelope and get that glued down where I need it. I think that'll be the easiest way to do this. And then I can cut it how I want it. So let me know what you guys are working on. Oh, and thank you to everybody who went over and showed Lorie some love. I so appreciate you guys. And if you haven't been over there yet to check out her flip through of the journal that she made using some of my digis, please do, because she's just such a sweet, awesome lady. And she's new. She just had gotten to 300 subscribers and did a giveaway, and then now I think she's up to like 445 or something. The last time I looked, it obviously could be different now. Okay, what did I do with my little, do you guys see it? It's probably right in front of me, right? My dauber. What did I do? I often drop it on the floor. Oh, hold on just a minute, let me find it. Alright, I'm back, found it. I'm such a dingling. You guys probably watched me do it. I set it over in one of the little, you know, boxes that I put like my corner rounder and all those things in, because I get trying to clear my desk up a little bit and then do that. So I have to do this after, because I was worried the glue was going to dry, and then, you know, that would have been great. I don't have very many of the, I have lots of these bigger square window envelopes, but I don't have a whole lot that have this size somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but anyway. So let's keep this together, Amy, so we don't do that again. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut around this since my one edge is flat. I don't want a torn edge and a flat edge. So yeah, Lorie, definitely go check her out, because I think she did a really great job on that journal and was very excited. So I got to make this as grungy as it is around the window, because, you know. So this one will have to be hinged somehow as well, so that it'll be able to go on, because its flap is still glued down. I just cut the top open when I opened it. Okay, let's do this a little more down here so it looks like it's supposed to be like that instead of just around the window. That's how you cheat. Alright, so what else? We need something to go down inside of there. So I could use some of this wallpaper, and this is from Tailor Made Journals. That might work in there. The leaves. These ones are from Denise. I might do those. They kind of go good with that. I know the green would probably be kind of nice because it's something else, but... And I'm just going to tear a piece off because it doesn't have to be the exact size, although... Do I want it to go... Maybe I better have it go edge to edge, just so that when you look in, if I do a thumb notch, it's not... just white inside, you know, I can like get it all the way, well, maybe. If you make it the right size, you can fit it down in there. Okay. And I only need it to go to like there is fine. Go ahead and put those leaves, they're cute. Not that it'll matter because you're really not going to see them, but if I do a thumb notch, you'll probably see one. And that's Denise Wondubar Crafts Fickle Fall. I love that particular leaf image in her kit. And this is always very interesting to watch me put a glued piece down into an envelope. However, I know I'm not alone in this difficulty, but it's still probably very painful for y'all. Because we want to get it nice and glued so that it's not sticking to our tags, or, you know, catching on our tags, I should say. So we do have a directional thing happening here, so we have to make sure that that's our top. So as I've said before, it is a tiny bit easier if you can get it in here and do the unglued portion. You know, that's the portion I want to slide in against the envelope, is the part that doesn't have the glue on it, but it tends to grab other places. And luckily this is open at both ends. I have the stickiest fingers in the West. I'm telling you, it sticks to your fingers sometimes better than the paper. Oh, if there's any hanging out, I'm just going to cut it off because I cannot get it in there straight. It just doesn't want to. Okay, got it. that was wow. And just throw a little bit of white right there, of course. Okay. Yeesh. And then I need to glue the bottom shut, so we don't lose things out the bottom. I really like the way that looks. That's the good news. Okay. Bad news is I'm very sticky now. Alright, let's see now what we've got. Okay, so let's maybe figure out where this one's going to go. So I think I'm going to put it on this side, and I have no idea why, I just am. So maybe let's make the hinge for that and get that one down, and then we'll figure out what to do with the other ones. What do I want to use for a hinge? I could use this is for my mushroom and butterfly digi, but I think I want a whole mushroom and not a chopped off mushroom. So and then we'll just tear it after the mushroom basically, and that'll be our hinge. It's a little big, but that's okay. I actually want a little more of the plain so that that's more of what's on the back, so that maybe we can get some of these guys on the front, right? So I only need it as big as the envelope. And I went way crooked right there. Okay, and I want just mostly the mushrooms on the front instead of folding it directly in half, right? So there's just a little bit back here. Helps if you do it straight. Yeah, this one's in my mushroom and butterfly kit, so it's an older kit. I want the top torn too, so I'm just going to go ahead. It'll be a little bit shorter, but that's not going to, it's still going to hold it just fine. It doesn't have to be the exact length of the envelope. Glued on. Oh, I need this side. I keep thinking I'm just gluing it over the edge of the envelope. No, it has to go around the back of the whole thing. So let's get the front first. I'm just going to kind of put it right in the fold there. The other side of our flap, and I'm not worried about it because you're not going to see it. Did I do that? Yeah. And I'm just going to kind of center it, as you know, as much as possible. I mean, it's not perfectly centered, but it's you know, good enough. I'm just going to use the art glitter glue for this part. See, sorry, I know my big head is in there now. I'm just leaving a little bit of a gap just so that I know it'll open and close. Okay, so there's one down, except we got to do something with the other side, of this, because that's not very attractive. I need to ink in there. Did not get it perfectly straight. Are you surprised? I'm sure you're stunned. Shocked and amazed, right? What makes it handmade. Alright, so we'll figure out what we want to put on this side. This is definitely going to be a two-parter because I am taking forever to do this. I think I want to use, no, that won't work. Well, we'll just do kind of a collage-y sort of a thing because I want to use this. I like this. It's cute. to the side a little. Oopsie. I don't know why I always keep trying to do this on top of other things. It really doesn't work, and then you have to press super hard. You're doing great. Great job. This all inked. Okay. Get that as close up to the top as I can. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and tear it, because I want to use other stuff too. I put a little something not printed down below. You could probably, well, you could probably write on this one if you were using a black pen, because it's not super dark or anything. And we'll have to make a journaling card for that too. Kind of like the torn corner. Cool. Okay, and then what else am I going to put? I should probably put some, cut a piece of this, come up. This is from one of my old paper digis. This is the second one. Wow, see how much better that works when you put it on a flat surface? Amazing. Go up to about here. So the next person that's going to do a design team project for me is JOBETH SEXTON, and I will link her channel below. She's also a newer YouTuber, and yeah, so she's going to do a guest design team project for me for Halloween. She has her Crafty Cauldron, so I figured that would be a good fit. She would enjoy making something Halloweenish. Okay, and a little strip of something. Let's see, where am I? Do some more mushrooms, and these again are from my mushroom and butterflies. A little flower with the bumblebee on it. Works so much better that way. get this piece on, and then I'm gonna let you guys go for today, and we'll keep working on this cover. So I think this idea works great if you don't have a lot of junk mail envelopes and you do have digis that have lots of envelopes or, you know, things like that, pockets and things. I think that that'll be great. So there's one, and then we have all these. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll keep trucking away. So thank you so much for all your support and for the support you've shown to others. I really, really appreciate it. And we will chat again soon. Bye-bye now.